new vlog, you guys. I hope that you are doing well. Today's Monday, so I figured it is the perfect time to start a new week in my life. It's been a minute and hopefully it's gonna be a good week. Honestly, I don't have a ton on the schedule for this week, but I kind of love that because I feel like it's just gonna probably gonna be like a chill, fun week. We'll see what happens. I'm currently not scheduled to work at Tidy Style this week, although I am open, so I might get put on the schedule, so we'll see if that happens. So I think we're mostly just gonna be like hanging out at home, doing some errands together. I wanna do like some more cooking in this vlog. I kind of feel like we fell into a rut with cooking and having things we made for the past while not be that good. So I kind of wanna make some more recipes and just kind of get back into cooking because like I said, we've kind of been in a little rut with that, so hopefully we can do some of that this week. I just finished up a Pilates class. It was pretty good. It was challenging. I've really been liking my reformer Pilates. I think I told you guys in the last vlog that I started doing that instead of Legree right now because it was kind of hurting my back, and I really do feel like this has been a lot better for my back in combination with the fact that I started physical therapy. I'm feeling a decent amount better. Definitely not like 100% by any means, but I'm feeling better than I kind of was the past few months. So that makes me feel very like motivated and hopeful. I actually am gonna go to Kohl's, which is random, but I'm picking up a little Sephora thing, and the closest place to order it to me was the Sephora at Kohl's. So I'm just gonna go pick it up because I only got one thing and I didn't want to pay for shipping. So I was like, I'll just go pick it up. Okay, I got my pickup. The tiny little Sephora bags bring me back to when I was like 13 and I would go to the mall and I would get like one thing from Sephora, and half the time it was probably like Beauty Insider freebie. Not actually even a purchase, but mall days when you're just like 14 with your girlfriends. Nothing will compare to that nostalgic feeling. The mall just doesn't hit the same, I don't know, when you're an adult. This looks really small, but I don't think I got a small size. I think this is just the size. The Rare Beauty Clear Brow Gel. I've heard really great things about this. I've never actually tried anything from Rare Beauty. I'm like, I know, I'm a fake. I kind of want to try it right now because I'm actually getting my eyebrows laminated tomorrow. I get them every 8 weeks. I'm very strict with it. I'm obsessed with getting mine done. Most of y'all know that. But the past like week or so, this is basically my natural brows shape. Like I will brush them up, which I did this morning, but at this point they don't really do anything. It doesn't really work because they're not laminated anymore, pretty much. Does that make sense? So that's kind of why I wanted to try this, to like keep them in place for that second half. And I love a clear brow gel. I have pretty dark brows, so I don't fill them in. I really like kind of the fluffy, like more airy, natural brows look. It's definitely doing something up at the beginning. Wow, yeah. I like that. I don't really wear makeup most days, so having my brows done, it kind of gives me something like, just makes me feel a little bit more put together. Ooh, I like that, you guys. I feel like it's pretty strong. One brow, and I could have done more. One brow versus natural brow. But I really haven't used a brow gel in years because I've been doing the laminating, so I leave my brows alone. I mean, the only thing I do to them every day is I brush them up with a little spoolie. I keep one in my car. Oh my God. Disaster. Disaster. It does feel a little small, but like I said, I won't need to be using this every day, so love it. I feel like they look a little better, so thanks, Selena. I'm pretty impressed with that. I would fill in my brows aggressively from like 2014 to 2016-ish. That was like the full glam era we all probably remember. I wonder what makeup trend is like gonna be next, you know? It's kind of been clean girl aesthetic for a really long time now, like 4 years, 5 years. I don't know. I feel like ever since like 2021, it's been like very light, dewy skin, clean girl. And I kind of feel like it's mostly still that. Like people don't, not saying that nobody does, but there's not a lot of emphasis on like doing like eyeshadow looks and stuff. I kind of feel like big eyeshadow is gonna be having a comeback. Let me know what you guys think. I am, of course, because it is Monday, y'all know the drill, I am listening to my Girls Gotta Eat, and oh my gosh, there was an announcement in this episode I know some of you guys listen to. So, I mean, spoiler, if you haven't listened. It's not anything that crazy, but Raina's moving back to New York. I'm kind of excited. I am going to brick my phone. Benny's eating his bone, if you can hear that. This is the brick. It's basically a device that you tap your phone to and it locks you out of certain apps that you can choose if you want to be focused, or if you can basically choose anything that you want to be locked out of. I think even besides apps, you can choose like websites and stuff too. So I've only had mine a few months. Honestly, I kind of forget about it a lot of the time. I do put my phone on Do Not Disturb or on work mode a lot, which is similar, but there's a physical barrier. I usually just have the one mode, which is like my focus mode that I've made. I don't do Instagram, any social medias. I think even YouTube is blocked. We'll have to see. I'm going to brick myself because I just want to be focused today, and I also kind of want to get in the habit of doing it a little bit more often. So you can do it as long as you want, and you have to like walk up. I keep mine in my fridge because it's a magnet, but you have to like walk up to the brick to physically unbrick it. So you can't do it if you're like in your bed. You have to like get up and do the unbricking. So most of the times that I've done it, I was bricked like the entire day. I was like, I kind of would forget that I was still bricked, and I don't know, it's been helpful for me. I think it's very helpful if you're the person that's clicking like extend the screen time, 1 more minute, you've tested your app limits. I'll be on my phone like, oh, I'm gonna check something or like do something productive, and then I literally like get sucked in, which is the whole point, by like one of the apps. I'm like, ooh, Instagram, and I like start opening Instagram, and I don't even like, it's not even like a conscious thought, it just happens, and then I'm like, wait, sorry, he's really going in on that bone. I'm like, wait, what was I doing? And I'll forget and have to be like, oh yeah, I was gonna like take a video and put it into my computer to start editing it for content. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. It basically says tap or hold to brick. Again, I'll usually have it on the fridge, so I'll show you guys how I would normally do it. Tap or hold to brick, and then it just like scans, kind of like you're scanning a QR code or something. And now it will show me you have been bricked. It starts a timer, and it will keep the timer going on your home screen. But if I try to open Instagram, it doesn't, like Instagram is blocked, okay? And then you click back to living. I will link it down below if anyone's interested. They did not send me it. I bought it on my own accord. I think I want to make some avocado toast. I'm really at the end of my bread, I'm just realizing. At some point I need to get groceries in this vlog. I have half an avocado. It still looks pretty good, so I'm gonna make some avocado toast. I was debating if I wanted to make one of these because I really like them, but I usually only want to have one of them, and they come as these patties. These are the Amailu chicken maple patties. Got them at Costco, and Jared and I both really like them. I'm not usually a big like sausage patty girl, but these, because they're like maple chicken, I do like them. They're completely frozen together in these pucks, and they're not individually, they're like, so they're really hard to separate. Okay, I'm putting back on my podcast while I make my food, and because there's a lot of squeaking going on.
Last summer, I was going to Calamigos Ranch.
Okay, my toast is still toasting, but I am gonna have both today. They actually turned out pretty good. It was easier today than I expected, so my complaint was a little unnecessary. I think I figured it out. You do just want to cook both, and if I don't eat the whole other one, I can just pop it in the fridge. And putting both in the air fryer for like 5 minutes is what I did, and then they were actually really easy to separate. Popped them back in on the sides that were together, that weren't as cooked. Cooked it another like 3 minutes. I like mine a little crispy. Toppings I've been loving for my avocado toast. I have been on on an avocado toast. I'm back, basically. I take breaks from it, but I've really been into it lately, and my toast is ready. This is what I have been liking. I like to do a little bit of olive oil on the top, and also kind of like to start my bread. This is the Graza Drizzle olive oil. I also really like I just really like Graza. I'm doing half of one of the teeny avocados from Trader Joe's. I feel like that's my perfect amount, and this is really not a life hack. I mean, maybe it is. For me, it actually was, but I'm sure a lot of people probably already do this, but I've been buying, I always had issues with my avocados and like leaving them out and then just like forgetting about them, blah, blah, blah. So I didn't really realize that you could like put avocados in the fridge and they would still ripen up in there, just slower. I never really tried it, and I started buying like the teeny avocados from Trader Joe's, which comes with like, probably comes with 6 or 7 in there-ish. And then I just like put 1 or 2 out that I want to use, that I want to ripen. The other ones go in the fridge, and they've been slowly ripening. And even if it's not like perfectly ripe, when you take it out of the fridge, you can leave it out for like a day and it's ready to go. So they still ripen in there, and it's helped me because all of my avocados I'm not like forgetting about them. You only have this window. So I've really been enjoying doing that, and I feel like I'm gonna be eating more now because I just figured out how to actually not make them so wasteful for me. I'm gonna do a little bit more of the oil. I love spicy honey on my avocado toast. I just do a little bit. I don't do a crazy amount. It's just kind of to give it a little something amazing. And then I've just been doing a decent amount of salt. I've been doing Lari's salt. That was kind of a lot, but I feel like you kind of need a lot of salt on avocado toast. Red pepper flakes. Go hard with these. There she is. I really like doing the little olive oil drizzle and the spicy honey drizzle. Let's try a little sausage. Crisped up good in the air fryer. I have a bit of a case of the Mondays today. What can I say, y'all? I'm feeling the little afternoon slump is hitting me, so I'm gonna go sit outside with the dogs. I just fed them, and I'm gonna do a little bit more stuff on my laptop. I've just been emailing, editing. Mondays are usually like kind of an admin day for me if I'm not working tidy style. I usually kind of just like try to get prepped for the week, emails. I've been thinking about some brand stuff that I'm filming this week. Let's go sit outside and just get some vitamin D, sun ourselves on the patio. Mocktail to kickstart the evening. Some lemonade plus a wild berry and lime culture pop. These are like mildly sweet. I feel like they're good to like have on their own if you want something less sweet, or mix it with like lemonade or something. So that. I just like to pour things into my giant wine glass because it makes me feel fancy. I feel like I'm having a fancy drink. That's really good. That one's actually really good mixed with the lemonade. I mixed another one with it the other day and it was not as good. I'm only gonna do like half of it and then I'll refill it later because I don't like when the bubbles wear out. And we are having leftover green chili smash burgers tonight. We ate them on Saturday and then we froze, we made all the patties. Made, I think, 4 on Saturday, froze the rest of the patties. I'm gonna make a sweet pepper and cucumber salad to have on the side. I also have extra homemade honey ginger dressing that I made from that. I go really crazy and put some blueberries in this? I don't know. I'm feeling crazy lately. Okay, y'all, had a little mishap with the chili oil and my favorite butter yellow sweatpants. So those are in the wash and I need to stay away from that because it is literally still leaking. Please hold. Anyway, Jared's out cooking the burgers. My salad is pretty much based off of this TikTok recipe I first saw it from Rachel Kirkconnell. She did a 2.0 of this salad recently. She originally posted it like a few years ago and I made it back then. And it's basically a summery, like really fresh, like cucumber, sweet pepper salad. And then she uses ginger dressing and you can kind of like add whatever. Like the other day we added avocado. That was great. Today I actually added snap peas just because we had some. I added a little bit of onion because again, I just wanted to use it up. And I added carrot, which she adds in hers too. And then I did, these were so good in it the other night. Fried onion pieces. We usually don't like use these often, but they're, oh my God, they're so good. I did the chili onion crunch. I did cashews. This was all just, you could literally just do like the peppers, the cucumbers, and like a dressing, and it would probably be good if you like that stuff. But I feel like adding like the crunch, I also did everything but the bagel seasoning, cashews to give it crunch. I feel like that it adds a lot. So I was gonna just dress the whole thing, but it can get a little soggy like the leftovers. So I'm just gonna have Jared and I serve ourselves, dress ourselves. So I just decided to make all of this, but we'll probably only have like half of this tonight. I'll also link her recipe down below if anyone wants to try it out if you'd be interested. And then I made a homemade ginger dressing because I had all the ingredients for it. I don't really show you guys that much of an up close of the salad, but it looks better like when it's dressed, honestly. But great colors, basically all vegetables. It's very healthy. It's so good with the crunch. I was gonna go film these on the grill, but it happened so fast that they're already done. So Jared's is a 2-stack. I don't know if you can tell. Mine's a 1-stack. Just pepper jack and green peppers on top. It doesn't look that fancy, but they taste so good. We buttered the buns. I'm excited to dig in again. Whoa, the colors on that plate are crazy, bro.
I just want to be a picture in it. Never not say, just start, you should make it.
Good morning, you guys. It's Tuesday. It's 9 a.m. and I am up heading to get my eyebrows done, like I told you guys yesterday. Very excited. And then I'm going immediately after that to physical therapy. I've been going, now I'm going every Tuesday. Before that, I was on her wait list for a little while and I was kind of going a little bit less, but now it should be weekly every Tuesday, seeing how that goes for a bit. I'm currently still listening to some podcasts. Now I'm listening to The Sesh. I've really been on my podcast game lately. I mean, I have for a while, but I feel like a lot of what I listen to in the car, like 75% of what I listen to in the car recently is my podcast. I started listening to Giggly Squad also like maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and now I love it. I listen to every episode. I love that they have 2 episodes a week. So I've really basically got a podcast like pretty much every day of the week. All right, y'all, we are home. I'm struggling to wake up this morning, so please just bear with me. It's not even noon. It's only 11:30. We're already back from most of our errands of the day. But I did get a grocery order delivered, so I wanted to show y'all a quick grocery haul. This was from Albertsons, by the way. 4 bell peppers, all different colors because we're gonna do stuffed peppers, some limes, an onion, and green onions. They package it all separately when you get the delivery. Strawberries and creamy peanut butter. Cup and crisp pepperonis. These for making homemade pizzas are elite, and they only have them at Albertsons. They like flip up like a little cup, and they're just, I don't know why, they're just better. We're gonna do a homemade pizza night. We're out of bacon, ground beef, this is for the stuffed peppers, shredded mozzarella, this is for the stuffed peppers and the homemade pizza night. Eggs, I've never tried this kind. Happy Egg Co. Jared's been in a cereal era. This is his fave. I got him his own milk for cereal because you know how much milk you use when your man's eating bowls of cereal as big as Jared is? He can't be using my milk, y'all. So he has his own milk now. He's gonna have this one. This is the one I like. I got one vanilla core power because I needed to make my order $75 and then I got $10 off. So I had to add something in. Izio rustic potato sourdough. I was feeling something different than, I've been having just Dave's killer bread for like months. And I kind of wanted to switch it up because I've been doing the avocado toast, like I said. So I think I'm gonna make myself, do I wanna have avocado toast again? I'm not sure. I wanna make myself some sort of a little toast, maybe some eggs. Honestly, I am like not feeling incredible today. I don't know if anyone will relate to this, but I feel like some days being in your 30s is like you didn't drink any alcohol and then you wake up the next day and you feel slightly hungover. That is how I felt when I woke up this morning. I don't know, maybe it was like dinner last night or I'm like dehydrated. I am gonna be getting my period at some point, probably in this vlog, so I think I'm just crashing. Please bear with me if I don't have that much energy today. Got myself a glass of lemonade. In summer, I just crave lemonade like every day. I filmed a little bit of stuff before. I'm doing a fun like coffee branded reel for a branded reel, a coffee focused reel for a brand that it's not due until Friday, but I wanted to film most of it in the sunlight. I'm gonna be filming most of it actually tomorrow. Today it was just a little bit of prep because I have to make cold brew for it, and if you've made homemade cold brew you may know that you have to let it sit like 12 plus hours in the fridge. So prep work for some of that was done today and I did film some of that. But recently I've just been doing some more wedding things. I know I still haven't given like that many updates because it's still really far out, but we have actually in the past, I would say like 2-3 weeks, we made a ton of progress. We booked a lot more of our like bigger vendors and we finally figured out some logistics things that were really complicating some parts of our just knowing our for sure dates and everything like that. So everything, it honestly it doesn't feel real yet because like to even say it doesn't like feel real, but we have our final dates fully set, which is so exciting. We also have a lot of vendors already booked, which is also great. There's also still a lot of time until my wedding. Now that we finally secured the dates and lots of different vendors, which those felt like all the really big things to check off. For me personally, I am not having a wedding planner. I am, however, having a coordinator that's gonna help us. I didn't personally want to spend that much of my budget on a planner. A lot of people plan their own weddings. A lot of people do not have a wedding planner. I am sitting down today with I have a physical wedding planner that I honestly haven't, I have written in this, but I haven't opened it up in a while, so I kind of want to like update this now that I know a lot more things. We have like we wrote like our rough guest list in here. This was a sweet gift actually from Jared's stepmom, and I kind of just, like I said, I haven't been doing a ton of like, more so I feel like I had to get like the logistical big stuff out of the way before I feel like I could switch my brain to like the fun stuff, like the decor, colors, starting to think about dresses. I'm probably gonna try on wedding dresses in the next few months and I will definitely film that. This is what's on my mind today. People keep like asking me stuff about my wedding and being like, what are your colors? What's your theme? And I had a moment today where I was just like, I don't know. And I still have so much time to figure it out, and those are really like little things that don't actually, not that they don't matter, but you know what I mean? Like I know the big stuff. I have that figured out. I've been kind of getting questions a lot like that recently. What's the colors? What's the theme? And I'm like, theme? Like I don't have any idea. I don't have any answers to these questions. I don't know the colors. Like I said, all I know so far, which is totally fine. It's not like my wedding is next month. Let's just say that. It just made me start thinking, okay, now that the big things are out of the way, I can start thinking about like the more fun things, the little details. I have this checklist that is kind of like a suggested planner checklist of timelines for things, for like how far out you want to do certain things. It's very detailed. I think this is like over 10 pages long. I want to start at least like looking at this more and seeing those like next things that are on here, especially things that I have not thought of. Getting on Pinterest and starting to think about the color, starting to think about the vibe. I think for me, and maybe some of you guys can relate to this, but I think that for me, I never was a little girl that dreamed about my wedding. It always felt so far away that I didn't put a lot of thought into like, oh, I want like a beach wedding, or I want like a mountain wedding. Like, I feel like a lot of girls have thought about a lot of it. So I think it's just different types of people, and I was kind of thinking about that more today. And just as people, like I said, have been kind of asking me, what's the theme, what's the aesthetic, what's the colors, I'm like, whoa, like I guess I need to figure it out because I don't know. So those are kind of some of the things that I want to start putting more time into this summer. It is actually getting to that time where I'll probably start uploading some wedding, more wedding focused stuff in the next several months. So I guess, what would you guys like to see the most? That's kind of what I want to ask from you. I would love to hear from you. I guess I kind of cut myself off from my thought when I was just saying like, I was never like that girl or that teenager that was like dreaming about all the details of my wedding. I didn't want to be married to anyone, have that desire until getting serious with Jared. I mean, that was only like 5-6 years ago. So I've literally only had the potential of having a wedding for that long, even thought that it might be something that I would honestly do. So I guess I just haven't had put as much thought into it as some other people, and that's okay. That's not a bad thing. It's happening. It's really happening, y'all. And let me know, like I said, what you guys want to see in terms of the future bridal vlogs and content.
Sweet boys.
And release. Bring it back to your feet. Going onto your knees right here. Stay right around. Give you a little. You might be shaking. Okay. And the strength here. We're scooping. Breathe deep. Right here. Relaxation. Bring yourself into the center of the back.
Finished up at Hotworks. I have been going more recently, been more committed. I've been pretty much trying to try all the classes. I think I've done everything now except for the rower class, Hot Thunder, I think it is. Today I started off with Hot Core. I think that one's one of my favorites. I think it's challenging. I honestly think they're all challenging because you're in a sauna. The heat is very intense. I have to like turn it down a bit for myself personally. I'm trying to work up to like going a little bit higher, but I kind of keep it between 110 and 115 personally. Hot Core, and then I decided to do one of the really quick classes. They're like 15 minutes-ish. They're probably only really like 12 minutes. The cardio blast classes, so I did Hot Blast. I thought it was really intense. I probably won't do it again. I didn't really like it. It was just a little too intense for me, and so I'm really glad I did that today. I was feeling a little bit like bleh. I think you guys could kind of tell earlier on in the day, and I feel a lot better now that I like pushed myself. I did not want to go work out. I just really didn't, but I'm glad that I forced myself to like leave the house and go work out. I also did a little mini arm workout, like 5 minutes when I was done with that. Gabby George bridal arms. I've been trying to do those like whenever I can. I'm not gonna say it's been regular, but I try to do it when I can, and that was good. So I feel like I got an entire body workout. I was there for a little over an hour. Good stuff. We're at our happy place. Menchie's. Single-handedly bringing back Froyo 2026. We come every week. That's Jared's. Whoa, cookie dough bites went crazy tonight. This is mine. It looks like I only got one flavor, but I got like 3, I think. I just finished my breakfast and I was watching a vlog from Brooke Michio, who is one of my fellow content creators on here. I love keeping up with her, and her most recent YouTube vlog, at least when I'm posting this, she had just this like whole chat about something that I've been thinking about so much too for months. It's honestly been like a huge part of my thoughts, and I've really been like a lot been thinking about talking about it on TikTok. Her little chat was the inspo for this, and she's in a very similar place in life to me right now. She got engaged and she's like doing wedding planning, and she was kind of talking about the subject of skinny culture and how it's just gotten so much more intense with the normalization of so many people being on GLP1s, and there's of course like the pills now for GLP1s, and it's so in your face that even just, I feel like 6 months ago, it was not, for me at least personally. I of course knew 6 months ago about GLP1s, things like Ozempic. Remember, I had a moment watching the Super Bowl this year, and that was so long ago. That's how long I've literally been wanting to talk about this. But I remember watching the Super Bowl this year, and of course, like, you watch a lot of commercials, and just being bombarded, like shocked with how I feel like every other commercial was a GLP-1 commercial. Like, oh, now we have the pill form of Wegovy, and like almost they're like, it feels like they're like forcing it on you sometimes. Like, this is being like shoved down our throats so much more than I even realized, and it's almost like getting into the subconscious of like, this is so normal, everyone's doing it, everyone's on it, that's how everyone's skinny. I know that a lot of people, that is a really great tool for them, and I am not gonna come from a place of being in somebody else's body to make that decision if that's a healthy decision for them. I know for a lot of people, they have been incredibly helpful, and of course, the main thing that GLP-1s do is help with food noise, which I think is something that most of us can relate to. I do think in some ways I definitely struggle with food noise stuff, like especially when I'm bored and like after dinner at night, I'm always like, ooh, like just kind of going to the pantry because I just like want a little dopamine hit. So I think that's normal too. Like, we all experience food noise. But I think, of course, like I said, I am not going to judge anybody for something that might be very helpful to them. So that's not really the main like thing that I wanted to talk about. But the Super Bowl, so a few months ago, was a really big moment for me of like, damn, like even before that, I know a lot of friends in real life that are on a GLP-1, and I feel like a year ago, I think in my real life, and this is just people that like you know that are on it, there's probably people that don't talk about it, which is a whole separate thing. You know, I think a year ago, I probably knew of one person that had tried a GLP-1, and now, you know, a year later, I know so many. I know girls that are 10 years younger than me, girls that are like college age that have been on it. Again, I don't say this from a judging place. I just think of myself back at that age, and those are such formative years. And I don't know, just kind of, I'm talking a lot about that particular medication because, like I said, I feel like sometime starting at the beginning of this year, it was something that I can't avoid seeing it. Even just scrolling on TikTok, you're getting ads for it, and I'll try to go and like block them because I'm like, I don't want to be reminded that the world thinks I should take the new pill form of a GLP-1. Like I'm good. Why are you trying to force it so hard? You know, like, oh God. So hopefully those ads and stuff like lighten up a bit, but just, it's been on my mind. And what Brooke was kind of talking about was just, you know, we're in the culture and we have been for a bit now, being a woman, where we're seeing everyone shrinking. We're seeing these celebrities, you know, have these really dramatic weight losses. We're seeing things like right now, another reason it came up for me these past few days is I'm getting served this like Ariana Grande on tour, looking really frail, TikTok stuff. And it's like, so I'm not even going, it's not like I'm going on my way to like search up this stuff and be like, oh my gosh, like it is getting fed to us in our algorithm as women. It's getting in the subconscious. It's so difficult to not like have so many thoughts about seeing people losing weight and be like, wait, well, they're definitely too skinny, but maybe I should, you know, like I said, like I've had those thoughts. Maybe I should like just try it. Like, oh, a lot of people I follow, I found are like microdosing GLP-1s. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know you could do that. So it's just so much information. And I guess what I'm trying to say, I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say, but mainly just, if you're feeling a similar way to me out there, that I see you. And I think this is a really difficult time to just be a woman. It's hard, and I'm a 31-year-old, so I'm picturing, you know, how hard it is for like teenage girls right now having TikTok and seeing things like Ariana Grande right now on tour, which I'm not gonna go into that because I don't want to get like dragged, but there are things we are seeing that are very concerning looking, and that's how I feel. You don't have to feel the same way. Of course, we all have our own thoughts and opinions. Whether we acknowledge it or not, whether we say yes, that is probably what's happening, or oh yeah, that person lost 100 pounds in 6 months, like they're probably on a GLP-1, but they're like, they haven't said anything about it. It's like, whether we acknowledge these things or not as true, they are influencing us. At least that's how I feel. And I've felt it's become very difficult to not have a lot of my focus on the subject of like body. And I've been, like I said, it's not even that I'm considering wanting to try a GLP-1. I don't feel like I'm in a place where I want that for me. People are out here going on the medication and then literally 3 months later looking like a different person, and I know for a fact they haven't stepped in the gym once. That doesn't mean that they're healthy, okay? There's so many things to talk about that I was kind of like, I'm not gonna get into it, but you know what I mean. You have to make sure you're getting enough protein, you're nourishing yourself, you're eating enough. I love the feeling of like getting excited about like, what are we gonna have for dinner, and like literally feeling hungry and being excited to eat. So that's kind of my biggest thing that I'm like, I just don't personally, yes, like I'm sure it would work for me. It pretty much works for almost everyone. Almost everyone that starts it loses weight without having to like work out. And I know that's not everyone's experience. I'm sure a lot of people do work out and like try to eat healthier when they're on it. But from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like anybody makes any lifestyle changes other than that one decision, and then they have a completely different body 3 to 6 months later. I just don't think it would be sustainable long term. I have a lot of like worries about trying something like that. Again, everyone can have should have their complete own thoughts and opinions about decisions with their own body. So I definitely don't want to come across like shamey or anything. I think it's just, I've been getting that like jealousy feeling because seeing something like that happen to somebody and being like, honestly, they do look really good. And you're just like, you know, that's the only thing that they've changed. And then you're like out here really trying to like eat good and really working out and like going hard, and just being in this place of like, that is the thing that like makes me feel the jealousy and the almost like the temptation to just like give in to the societal pressure of just try it, just try it. I'm not even really that big in the influencer world. Like, it's not like I live in LA or New York and I'm going to like influencer events all the time. I'm very removed from that in the sense that I live a very normal life. I live in a very normal place and I see normal people every day with many different types of bodies. So I'm not even that in it, is I guess what I'm saying. But sometimes I even have these crazy thoughts of like, sometimes it feels like I'm the only one like not on Ozempic, not who hasn't tried a GLP1. And I really have, not that I've not wanted to talk about it, but I just really haven't wanted to like, it's hard. You don't want, I've seen a lot of comments on other videos that I've seen like this where people are like, it's been such an incredible tool for me, it changed my life. And I would never want to like try to erase that truth for a lot of people. So I know that there's people that need things like that. I know that it's not inherently bad. It's also not bad to want to be slimmer, and it's not bad to, everybody wants like the easy way to do it. Everybody wants that. That's why it's exploded, right? Like, everyone always said, oh, if there was this magical weight loss pill, would you take it? Everyone's like, of course. And like, we literally have that pill now, but there's a lot of things that come with that. There's a lot of things that come with it. And the few that I mentioned are just like some of the main ones for me. I know that there's so many like health things that can happen. And like I said, my biggest thing is I don't feel like it would be sustainable for me. I don't want to try something like that and like have really good results after like 6 months or a year and then feel like I have to be on this for the rest of my life. It's just a whole cycle. Like, once you start something and you start seeing those results, it's kind of, but it's not natural, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole thing. So I really went off. I love how I started the conversation with like, I'm not really gonna talk that much about GLP-1s, but I think like, obviously, if we're really breaking down like, why is this really slim body type, and I hate to say that it's like back in, that's not necessarily like, I don't want to necessarily say that, but I don't exactly know how else to put it. Like, we're just seeing we're seeing extreme slimness, not only in Hollywood, even freaking watching the Super Bowl at my own house, not trying to, I'm not like out in LA. We're being fed like, you have to try this, you have to try this. There's a new pill form, it's so easy. And like, all the commercials for like hers, like, you can just get prescribed on your phone, you just need our app. It's like, why are you guys trying to force it so hard? Like, of course, it's just like big capitalism and pharma, and these companies know that they're gonna make so much money off of this. So obviously that's why you get any advertisement, right? Is to like get you to try something and buy something. And it all does lead back to the fact that GLP-1s got really popular like 2-3 years ago. I know they were a thing before that, I'm aware of that. And I just want to acknowledge that it's very difficult to not feel the weight of that, I guess, is what I just wanted to share with you guys. And yeah, I just love you guys. I see you, especially if you're like younger. I just feel like this would be such a difficult time to be like a teenager, early college days. I just felt compelled to talk about that today because it's really been something that I honestly even had to bring up to my therapist a few months ago. I was like talking about how I feel like I can't get it out of my brain. Just like the constant thinking about, oh my God, everyone's on it, and the pressure, and feeling like, do other people feel this way? Is it just me that's like getting these, it almost feels like obsessive thoughts I was getting for a while. I'm in a better place now, but for a while, like February, March, I really was like thinking about it multiple times a day. Not thinking about like, oh, should I go on a GLP-1, but more just so like I couldn't escape the ads, the seeing like, so I don't know. Of course, it's certain things we're just like being fed and we don't really have that much control over. Like, it's hard to control your thoughts and just be out here doing our best sometimes. So I don't really know how to end a clip like this, so just thanks for listening. I'm going to go get myself ready and film my little coffee reel today. I'm gonna do some editing today. I actually decided to get ready today. This is my first time wearing this dress that you already know I am renting this month, and I am obsessed with this. It is so much better on. I mean, it looked really cute. Not on, but like the little drop waist or whatever this, I'm not really sure. But like with the ribbon and this little, it is so cute and so comfortable. This is from, I'm almost positive it's from Free People. I love when a dress has pockets, but you can't really tell, like it doesn't affect, like I think it would look the same with or without, but this is so cute and comfortable. I love it. I honestly may purchase this. I don't know, it depends on how much it is, but it is really up my alley today. So I'm just simply loving that. I will link this down below on Newly. I'm gonna go into the backyard to film my little coffee reel. It's really windy today, so hopefully nothing flings over. I just really wanna get like natural sunlight in my drink making shots. This is my very serene office for the day. I decided I wanted to work in the backyard today, and some days it's more chill than others, and today it is pretty chill out here. The trees are dancing for us. I'm working on editing a reel for Trade Coffee that I filmed yesterday, and it's turning out like the shots with the sun that I filmed yesterday turned out so pretty looking. Like, look at this poor shot. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. I made a dot cake cold brew. I'm dying at this, you guys. They have never been this close. They're sharing a bed. Hello y'all, it has been a day. I haven't really filmed much today because I was mostly just sitting at my desk. I did sit outside for a little bit, as y'all saw, and then I went in and finished working in my desk for several hours. I took another reformer class. I'm trying out some of the different instructors, and I honestly like all of them, which is so exciting. I feel like I always love my, like 95% of my fitness instructors here are just like, I just love them. So I had a great class. It's about 7 o'clock now, and I'm heading home. Tonight we are watching Love Island, as we have been 5 nights a week. We're watching Love Island US and UK, which we have for the past few years. It's very fun. It's like, watching Love Island is how I know that it's officially summer. So Love Island US tonight, and we've been kind of trying to do these little themed Love Island nights, maybe like one day out of the week or something. And we're gonna do a breakfast themed night tonight, make some pancakes on the Blackstone, some bacon, and then I think avocado toast, because if you watch Love Island, they always make for breakfast, it's like a thing. Breakfast is like a Love Island thing. Avocado toast and like eggs and bacon and pancakes, honestly. So we kind of wanted to theme it around that. So I'm gonna be filming that for my TikTok and Reels series that I'm doing. Also uploading them actually on YouTube Shorts. So we are doing breakfast for dinner, and like I said, this is a little fun series that Jared and I are doing on short form for our fun little Love Island theme nights, but we did some avocado toast. Jared made heart-shaped pancakes, birthday cake pancakes on the Blackstone, and bacon. I show more of this and the whole process of how the night and the fun drinks and the hot tub vibe comes together in my Love Island series. Ugh, my camera battery is dying, but I'm going to get my nails done. Okay, I found a camera battery in my car. So here's my before nails. Different color blue polka dots for the past few weeks, and I was in love with these, honestly. Today we're gonna do something a little more simple. Solid color I'm feeling today, so. Okay, I got hot pink, loving them so much. We went a little shorter too. I don't know if you can really tell, because they definitely still look long because I get them very pointy, but went a little shorter. Okay, I can talk to you guys a little bit more now. It's Friday. This will probably be the last day of the vlog. I feel like it's probably gotten pretty long, so thank you guys if you're still watching. And now we are going to get a spray tan. I wanted to do a little trial because Jared and I are doing our engagement shoot, basically I am back home. I was definitely having some battery issues with my backup one and my other one being dead in the car, so that was my bad, but we are home now. I did get my tan, although I definitely don't think I went dark enough, which it's okay because this was a trial, like I said. I feel like I got pretty dark in some areas, like my feet, my midsection, but then I feel like my calves and like my arms and legs didn't quite get dark enough. It was really hard to tell in the room we were in just because there wasn't like a big mirror. So I could only tell from, I wore my underwear and I could only tell from like pulling my underwear to see like the line. Cause like I said, I couldn't really like look in the mirror. And so I am glad it was just a trial, because I definitely, if I did get another one, I would want to go a lot darker because I'm gonna like rinse off tomorrow morning probably, and I will be probably a little bit lighter than this. I mean, this definitely feels natural. I feel like it's a good color for like my face. We only did, I think, 2 layers on my face and maybe 3 layers everywhere else. But randomly, I feel like certain parts didn't get that dark, like my calves feel like they didn't really take to it well. But I don't know, we'll see how it lasts the next like week or so. Anyway, I have just been outside doing some more editing, and I was trying to do my Amazon hours today, but I haven't heard back from my boss, so I think I might have to do that another day. Okay, y'all, this is my vibe for tonight. Chinese takeout, alone, hanging with the dogs. I don't know what I'm gonna watch. I just finished Off Campus and I don't know what I should watch next. Jared is out at a little World Cup party thing. He's very into soccer. He's a soccer guy, so he went with his dad and brother to that, and I stayed at home and got myself. The lighting is kind of trash right now, making me look really orange. I swear, it's just the light. This is my 3rd battery today that said it was charged, and then I plugged it in and it's blinking red again. So, I feel like vlogging is not on my side today. Anyway, before this shuts off on me, hopefully, I got beef lo mein and spicy edamame, and I am so excited for both of these. And I'll show it to you before the camera turns off. Yes. They give you the biggest portions.